We head to Parsippany Hills High School for this girls' basketball matchup, and it's the Lady Vikings, Michaela Dredden, with the first points of the game as Parsippany Hills leads 2-0 with 6.5 remaining in the first quarter. Then it's the Lady Vikings turning defense and offense here as it's Victoria Lombardi with the steal, and she takes it all the way to the other end and lays it up and in for 2, and it's 7-0 Par Hills with 3.5 remaining in the first quarter. All right, it's 10-0 Par Hills with the time winding down in the first quarter. It's Casera Morales of Morris Hills with the putback and getting the hoop and the harm and converting on the three-point play, and it's 10-3 Vikings at the end of one quarter of play. Morris Hills looks to cut into that deficit, and they do so here as it's good ball movement by the Scarlet Knights as Casera Morales gets it to Ashley Thompson, who knocks down the mid-range J, and it's 12-6 Vikings midway through the second quarter. The Scarlet Knights will take their first lead of the game here as it's Frankie Perna knocking down the long two as her foot was on the line, and it's 14-13 Morris Hills with 1 minute remaining in the second quarter. Then Morris Hills would add to her 1 point lead here as they work it down low, and Lauren Sisson feeds it to Casera Morales, who goes glass, and the Scarlet Knights lead by 3 with just 30 seconds remaining in this opening half. Morris Hills then would cap the half here as off the inbounds play, they get it to Ashley Thompson, who launches a deep 3, and it goes at the buzzer, and Morris Hills takes a 19-15 lead into halftime. All right, we go to the third quarter now, and after the Scarlet Knights outscored Par Hills 16-5 in the second quarter, it's on the first possession of the third, and it's Veronica Sirkowska launching and hitting the deep 3 from the corner, and it's now 19-18 Morris Hills just 20 seconds into the third. The Lady Vikings would tie things up here as Veronica Sirkowska drives and misses, but there for the putback is Michaela Dredden, and we're all tied up at 24 with 3:20 remaining in the third. Par Hills will then retake the lead here as Veronica Lombardi drives and kicks to an open Rochelle Blair, who knocks down the 3 from the wing, and it gives Par Hills the lead, 27-24. Par Hills would add to their lead here as Erin Fulmore drives and kicks to an open Veronica Lombardi, who knocks down the corner 3, and Parsippany Hills is up in front, 30-26 at the end of 3. Fourth quarter now, Morris Hills comes out firing as Casera Morales kicks it out to Julia Catalano, who knocks down the triple from the wing, and it's now 30-29 Par Hills early in the fourth quarter. And it's good ball movement here by the Vikings as Veronica Sirkowska hits the straightaway 3 to make it 37-29 Vikings, as the Vikings would go on to defeat Morris Hills 49-33, improving to 3-1 on the season.
We're a really good defensive team, and you could really see that in our second half when we really went for it. I knew I had to be big at the post, so I was doing my best to do that. They were a very good team, but I think my team, we definitely shut them down.
We really had to look within ourselves at that point because once they started catching up, we were a little bit like there's two things you can do. You can panic or you can just dig with it deep within yourself and play harder, and I think that's what we did. We just dug within ourselves and we played hard as we could.
It wasn't easy. We played great defense in the first quarter, held them to 3 points, really 3 points that they got it right at the end of the quarter, and then we gave up 16 in the second quarter. Fouling way too much, giving up baseline, and we talked to the girls about it at halftime, and they made a great adjustment and played the same defense in the third and fourth quarter that they played in the first.